We are plantio.io. So when we started this challenge, we were talking about how we're always buying plants and bringing them home just for them to slowly die as we forget about them. So we wanted to give our plants a voice. So the problem we identified is that although growing your own plants is a really good sustainable habit, a lot of people just don't grow up in an environment where plants are being grown, there's no gardening, and they just don't know what to do. So some of the benefits of growing plants: improved air quality. Some plants actually minimize allergens. It can provide a supplemental food source. There's a slight reduction in food transportation costs. They can reduce stress to some degree. And growing your own plants provides some education about gardening. So our solution is plant.io, which is a system for monitoring various different outputs from a plant that indicate its health. With that, I'm going to turn us over to a demo.
Okay. Okay, yeah, if you switch over to the dashboard, we are using Adafruit.io. We have a dashboard with some feeds on there. Here's our device. We don't need to do that. Okay, okay, so the device, it has a number of different sensors. One, we have a photocell that can tell how much light the plant needs, whether it's getting the right amount of light. We're simulating a moisture sensor that's going to be able to go down in the soil. That's about $50. And on our dashboard here, we have a moisture level. That's our simulated moisture sensor input. We're using it as input. So when we're determining the conditions our plant is going to thrive in, we're going to have a moisture threshold, which is the minimum moisture it would need in percentage. Light threshold, which is how much light it's going to need. In this demo, it's instantaneous, but we would average that probably over a day, so many hours per day. And then the watering interval is how often the user is going to be watering. So, when the water is just start over. So when the user goes to water his plant, he or she would push the button on here, and that would indicate. If you could switch over to the Arduino serial monitor, we can see what the device is doing right now. So we can see when we push the button, we get a little button press. If you reduce the watering interval down to something, right now this is in seconds. You would normally do this in days. So if we go, 45 is fine. So after 45 seconds, it should warn us with a audio sound voice thing there, and also our indication of light. We can cover this photocell. It senses every 10 seconds. So right now we have that 893 under the analog feed, and that should close. See, that goes down to below the threshold. So back on the monitor, we're done. Okay, we're out of time. Thank you.
Sorry.